Okay, coming to another session, contextual analysis. So this is under work planning only. So contextual analysis is a mechanism of preparing comprehensive annual performance plans. Okay, so these annual performance plans should be realistic and challenging. Do annual plans are shared with each and every department or not? Why? Because each and every employee should know about the annual performance, annual goals of the organization. Why? Because they are the people who are going to work on those objectives or goals of the organization. So definitely, do they properly communicate to each and every department and each and every employee of the organization or not? Annual performance plans are based on the thorough and systematic analysis of internal and external environment, business environment. Okay, so they should be realistic and they should be based on these annual performance plans should be based on the systematic analysis, and annual reviews also being done in the organization or not. This will be also questioned. Annual planning is taken seriously or not by the employees. At the same time, individual work plans are based on the contextual factors or not. Okay, contextual factors in the sense the work they are now going to do. Okay, the place that they are going to work, and company strategies are shared with employees for better planning. Okay, or not. Employees are helped to plan work effectively. So employee participation is there or not. So all these can be seen under work analysis. Okay, so the third aspect under this work analysis is performance appraisal and management system, PMS. Okay, PMS is nothing but the performance appraisal and management system. See, each employee grasp what is expected of him with the help of the executive appraisal system. Definitely in each and every department, each and every organization, definitely we will have an appraisal system. Okay, an appraisal team who will analyzes the performance of the employees in the department or organization. So the PMS helps appraisee and appraiser to have joint knowledge of each appraiser's job. Appraisee and appraisers are both of the people who are one is the person who supervises him and one is the person who works there. Okay, and PMS helps managers to plan well. So how this performance appraisal is beneficiary to the organization and at the same time employee. Okay, so that is studied here. So here they will see the review, self review is going to be done or not. Why? Because they will communicate to the people who are working in that particular departments. Okay, they will say about their performance. Okay, the appraisal of their performance. So self review also should be there, and PMS helps the appraisee and appraiser to have a common understanding of factors affecting the performance of the appraisee. Okay, so what are the benefits regarding this PMS? So this is the uh, PMS, how it benefits to appraisee and appraiser. Why? Because if they know about their performance, they can increase their performance if at all they are lagging. Okay, so the feedback definitely helps them. Discussions between appraiser and appraisee on the expectations, achievements, failures, constraints, and improvements required in the PMS. It is done or not by the appraiser and the appraisee both. So here appraiser, this is an appraisal system, this is an appraisal team. So do they discuss regarding on these aspects or not will be questioned in this questionnaire. Okay, so why? Because they have to know, they have to give communication, they have to give a feedback to the people, then only they are able to know about their performance appraisal. So PMS provides a scope for reflection and assessment of each appraiser. Okay, personally, and PMS encourages open discussion about appraisee and appraisal. Do all these aspects are done in the organization or not? This is seen by the external consultant, because PMS plays an important role, because if the performance appraisal is done properly in the organization, definitely it results in the effectiveness of the organization. So all these aspects like PMS provides scope to correct the biases if at all there are any deviations in the performance. Okay, So, is there any scope to correct their deviations? And PMS attempts to strengthen relationships, okay, through trust and maturity or not. Do PMS provide scope for giving insights into strengths and weaknesses? Okay, so PMS means it should analyze both strengths and weaknesses. So, do do it provide any insights regarding those strengths and weaknesses or not? PMS helps discover an individual potentiality. Okay, potentialities of the people should be recognized. Okay, is it done in the organization or not? PMS aids to communicate business plans to staff. Okay, objectives of PMS are clear or not? Periodic orientation programs are conducted to explain the objectives and plans and policies of the PMS. The data generated from PMS provide objective indications of actual performance. So, do all these aspects were covered in the organization or not? Maturity of all these aspects is seen in the organization or not? Okay, so depending upon all these aspects, designing of questionnaire will be done under work analysis. Okay, now coming to third aspect, this is development system. Okay, so till now we have completed two aspects under designing of questionnaire. Okay, so first one is career system, second one is work planning, third one is development system. So under development system, development is nothing but the employee development. So how an organization develops the employee means through learning. Okay, so through learning, through increasing the performance, and through workers development. Okay, so through learning system is nothing but providing them a training programs, seminars, sending them to conferences, workshops likewise. Okay, so all these aspects are done in the organization or not. Okay, so depending upon these aspects, a questionnaire will be designed by the consultant. So altogether all these three aspects can be concluded as development system. Okay, so now development, under development system we will study first one, learning system or training questionnaire. Okay, so learning system or training questionnaire, as I said before, how the employees are uh, learning in the organization. Learning means definitely depending upon the external environmental changes, the employees who are working within the organization, they also should know, they also should update according to the external aspects, external environmental aspects. Okay, so for that, any induction programs were conducted by the organizations or not? Any training facilities were given by the organizations to the employees or not? Any recruitments, new recruitments were done by the organizations or not? Any induction training is evaluated periodically or not? Do technical knowledge and skills are given through training or not? Why? Because technical knowledge means we know that uh, year by year we have to update our employees also, because technological advancement is going to be done year by year. Okay, so likewise advancements will be seen in this technical side. Therefore our employees also should update according to the external environmental requirements of technical knowledge. Okay, for that, do organizations are giving any technical knowledge training? Do the organizations upgrading the skills of the employees or not? Okay, do employees are sponsored for training on the basis of carefully identified developmental needs or not? Okay, likewise employees are participating in determining training needs. Okay, employees know which skills are to be acquired. Okay, this is also very very important. Not only learning aspects, not only organization giving training to the employees, employees personally they have to know their what are their weaknesses, where they are lagging, they have to, where they have to update. So they have to know what skills are required for them. Okay, so likewise, briefing and debriefing sessions are conducted for employees. Training programs, okay, in company programs are handled by excellent faculty or not? quality in-house programs are excellent or not. Quality in-house programs are nothing but the programs that are conducted by the organizations within the organization. Those are known as the in-house programs, or else the learning programs within the organization for the employees. Okay, likewise, adequate time is provided for the employees, okay, is for returning their training, because training means we all know that on the job training will be there, off the job training will be there. So on the job training is nothing but within the organization at their workplace they will learn, okay. But if we see off the job training means they will uh, go for training outside the organization, okay. So for that, how the organization is treating the employees, okay. Do any special um, requirements were providing by the organization to the employees or not, okay. Likewise, line managers provide the right climate to implement the new ideas and methods. External training programs are chosen carefully or not, okay. There is well designed shared training policy or not. HRD department prepares training strategy in the light of business strategy. So there should be in each and every organization alignment should be there. So alignment of business goals and departmental goals. Likewise here, HRD department prepares strategy for training and strategy business strategy. So alignment should be there. Internal faculty is well trained or not. Training leads to experimentation and action. So these are the benefits regarding the training or learning systems. So do the learning gives all these aspects or not? Okay, if at all the employee went for training means definitely it should increase the productivity of the organization. Training should leads to experimentation, innovation, action, okay. Likewise, employees are helped to learn new ideas and try out new concepts or not, okay. So another one is performance guidance and development, okay. So here we studied learning and a learning system or training a questionnaire, okay, under development system. And coming to performance guidance and development, so this is related to the performance of the employees. Here, line managers help subordinates with performance guidance and spend time needed, okay. So do here line managers assist the subordinates in their performance or not? Because line managers are meant for giving guidance also to the subordinates, okay. At the same time, appraisers are helped to plan performance by reporting to officers in the beginning of the year, okay. Do these appraisal programs, okay, uh, the reports regarding those performances are updated to the officers or not? Educative appraiser, so here we will see appraisee discussion takes place here. So educative appraiser is nothing but the place where, or the person who discusses about the appraisee, okay, that is known as the educative appraiser. He will appraise the appraisee, okay, if at all the performance is improved, okay, the performance is improved of that particular person means definitely the pros and cons of that particular person will be explained. So that is known as the educative appraiser. And self appraisal system exists in its practiced or not, okay. Thorough self-appraisal by executives is undertaken in terms of performance analysis or not. Serious performance review discussions take place here and managers spend time on these or not. Okay. And coming to the performance review discussions are of high quality. Okay. And appraisals are used reviewing. Appraisals help recognizing and encouraging the high performance. Appraisal helps in job rotation, enrichment of decisions, etc. So appraisal, performance appraisal is a leads to the growth of the individual and at the same time growth of the organization, okay, as we see here. So it helps, this appraisal helps in job rotation, this appraisal helps in the quality of the employee, it encourages high performance, okay. At the same time, appraisal is used by reviewing officers, okay, to reduce or eliminate bias in the juniors, okay. So do feedback is given properly or not? Appraisal facilitates appraiser appraisee growth and learning. So this is about the performance appraisal, okay. performance, guidance, and development. So all these aspects were matured in the do the organization reach maturity regarding all these aspects or not. So these will be seen here. Okay, and coming to another one, other mechanisms. Okay, so what are other mechanisms in here? Here development aspects means senior managers act as good role models. Why? Because if they act properly, definitely the subordinates who follow those senior managers, okay, they will also act like that only. So they should act as good role models for the subordinates. So this is another developmental mechanism. So this type of mechanism is implemented in the organization or not. So depending upon that, questionnaire will be prepared, and mentoring is followed here or not. Okay, so mentoring is nothing but the assistance by the seniors to juniors. So self learning is encouraged or not. Okay, internal seminars, discussions are organized. Okay, task forces and small groups are used to develop employees understanding and competencies. Okay, so these are all several other mechanisms for development of the employees. Okay, employees are encouraged to perform a variety of tasks and show different competences. Okay, definitely employees should be encouraged to perform variety of tasks, not only performing only one task, not only uh, meant for only one department, particularly specifically to a particular department. He should perform a different variety of tasks. So in that way, do organization encourages the employees or not? Job rotation is not is there or not? Okay. So likewise, do they follow any job rotation policies? Okay. Next, if at all there is job rotation means definitely a policy will be there regarding job rotation. How to implement that job rotation policies and procedures will be there in the organization. So do the organization consist those policies or not? Mistakes are looked upon as learning experiences or not, or else they give any punishment? Okay, so likewise, do organizations be in a positive manner or not? Seniors spend adequate time guiding and developing the juniors or not? So these are other developmental aspects regarding the employees in the organization. So depending upon all these development other mechanisms, questionnaire will be designed by the consultant. Okay, and the last one is worker development. Okay, so competency development of workman is emphasized. Okay, so definitely if at all the workman or the person who is working in the organization, if at all he is a competent person means, so do the organization recognizes or else emphasizes that particular person or not? Training programs are conducted for particularly workers or not? Any training for workmen and other staff is helpful, okay, effective, motivating, and developing to them? Do that particular training program is beneficiary to workmen and staff? Okay, that question is will be also there. Personal growth is emphasized in workman training. Okay, workman training means not only relating to the work, personally do that training will be benefited to that particular employee or not? That is, a personal growth can be seen or not? Workers are kept informed on various aspects of the company or not? Workers are encouraged to go for higher qualifications related to their job or not? So regarding all these aspects are development aspects. Okay, so do all these aspects were considered or not by the organization? Okay, so all these can be seen or not. The questions will be designed by the external consultant. Okay, so these up to here we have completed. See, three aspects were completed under HR audit questionnaire. First one is career system, work planning, development system. Okay, now coming to the self renewal system. Okay, under self renewal system, what are the aspects that we are going to study? Okay, self renewal system means role efficacy, organizational development, action oriented research. Okay, so these are the three aspects that are studied under the self renewal system. Okay, so coming to this role efficacy, what does role efficacy means? So role efficacy means how much. See here, role basically the definition of role efficacy or the meaning of role efficacy means the potential effectiveness of a particular role. Okay, effectiveness of a role. The performance of an individual working in an organization depends on his potential effectiveness. Okay, or else the technical competence, or else the managerial experience, as well as the design of the role that he performs in the organization. So that is known as the role efficacy. Okay, so efficacy here, it is nothing but the effectiveness of a role. Okay, so here what is the potentiality of the individual, okay, occupying a particular role in an organization. Okay, so how much opportunity, the questions will be like this: how much opportunity do you get in your role for the following points? Okay, like assessment on a 5-point scale, like 5 indicates that you get full opportunity. Okay, full opportunity means ranking 5. 4 indicates good opportunity, 3 indicates some opportunity, indicates low opportunity. Okay, 1 indicates no opportunity for role efficacy. So this is a 5-point scale that has given by the by TV Rao regarding this role efficacy. Okay, so as I said before, role efficacy is nothing but the potentiality of an individual in playing a role. Okay, likewise, under role efficacy, to do significant things. So significant things of his specific role or his specific job, for taking initiative and doing something new. So we can study in this role efficacy a specific experiences, the specific attitude, the competencies, the potentialities of that particular individual performing a role. Okay, so how he is doing, do that particular person, okay, performing that particular job, do he have freedom to use discretion, freedom to do solving problems, new ways of doing things, taking initiatives. Okay, likewise integrating his work with other people, getting help from others, contributing to larger goals of the organization, using own expertise. Okay, learning new things to grow for his personal growth. So all this comes under self efficacy. Do organization allows that particular individual to perform his role, all these things or not? Okay, so this is studied under here. Now, organizational development. Okay, so under this, assess the extent to which the following OD activities are conducted and used effectively in your organization using a 5-point scale, where 5 is very effectively used to till 1. 1 is very low or negligible. Okay, so how OD is used, organizational development activities are conducted in our organization. So how you will rate from 5-point scale to 1 scale? 5 is very effective, means organizational development programs were used very effectively. 1 means negligible. Okay, likewise assessment will be done by the consultant. So what aspect to what or to the degree of OD? Okay, so how the degree of OD is assessed means in what aspects, like managerial effectiveness programs, okay, like grid programs, how these programs were conducted, how quality circles are are seen in the organization. So organizational development means definitely the first aspect comes quality circles. Okay, so OD under organizational development, do these aspects can be seen, okay, while we are going for organizational development. Likewise, for organizational development, any suggestion schemes were given or not, or else any diagnosis of employee satisfaction and perceptions were considered, diagnosis of culture and climate is considered or not. Why? Because all these leads to the organizational development only. For example, if we go for the culture or climate of the organization, for example, openness is nothing but any level of management whether he may be lower level or middle level, he can communicate openly regarding the policies and procedures, strategies of the management in the organization. So that is known as the openness. They can communicate, they can express their views and opinions. So likewise, a diagnosis will be conducted regarding OD in these aspects, like employee satisfaction, do the employees can give suggestions or not, quality circles, culture and climate, team building is there or not, interventions is there or not, customer satisfaction surveys are being done or not. Why? Because these lead to the organization development. Do workshops are conducted or not? Okay. Personal growth is there, effectiveness, creativity, management of stress of employees regarding all these aspects. Okay, done or not? Okay, negotiations is done or not, contribution of exercises are done by the employees or not. Okay. Likewise, role based interventions means the particular person who is performing his role in particular department, do he take any interventions regarding the development of organization. Okay, is the person free to take decisions or not. Okay. Likewise, cross functional teams is doing or not, autonomous work groups are there or not. All this can be discussed in the questionnaire because all these aspects are related to the organizational development. Okay. Coming to action oriented research. So periodic surveys on functioning of the organization. Action means the planning is now executed. That is action oriented research. So we are doing, for example, any OD development. Now we are going means definitely there will be a planning. For that planning, action will be taken. So what is that action? Okay, for example, periodic surveys on functioning of the organization. Now we want to uh, uh, now we are going for organization development. Okay, taking a variable like employee satisfaction. For that employee satisfaction, to assess the employee satisfaction, definitely action should be taken. Action in the sense the research in the sense how we will do, like periodic surveys on functioning of organization regarding the employees. Okay, or else employees are given feedback on surveys. Okay, do employees are communicated by the top level management to the employees regarding the policies, procedures, strategies, etc., etc. Okay. Likewise, periodic surveys on implementation of various HR systems and practices, periodic surveys on personal matters, studies on personal matters, employee respond seriously to surveys or not. HRD department does surveys on request and response, executive summaries of surveys, outsider studies are shared with employees or not, research surveys have led to changes or not. Okay, so all these aspects treated as action oriented research. Okay, so on any aspect, if the organization is going for research means definitely all these aspects are, do organization considers all these aspects or not, like doing the surveys, periodic surveys, and telling about those surveys to the employees. Okay, periodic survey results are discussed with the employees or not. Okay, do employees take it seriously or not, a study is making on the particular aspect or not. Okay. Likewise, how the research finally resulted, do the research lead to changes or not. Okay. Likewise, action oriented research will be done. Okay, so this is up to this four aspects we have completed. Okay. Next one, the fifth aspect is HRD. Under HRD, we will study about HRD climate, HRD values, HRD rewards, HRD communication, HRD empowerment. Okay. After that, competency mapping, 360 degrees, feedback, assessment and development centers will be studied. Okay. Now, HRD climate and HR competency mapping we will study in the next session. Okay. And one more thing, they may ask particularly in your external examination, explain about HRD climate. Okay, we have to explain regarding what is the HRD climate, what is the role played by the HRD climate, what aspects come under HRD climate. Likewise, if at all they asked HRD values in the organization, means you have to describe about the HRD values in the organization. What were the variables, or else what are the factors that will be studied under values. Okay, likewise, question may be asked differently. Okay, but if at all, if you study all these aspects, you can answer for anything. Okay, now we will go for next session, HRD climate. Okay.